Okay, so a quick update on the tutorials that I've done before, the first 5, and I'm finishing out the last 5. The camera that I used back then was a Canon, I believe it was G15 or G16, and that's a great camera. It's a point and shoot, and you can get a lot out of that camera. But I have switched over to the Sony RX100 Mark IV. And the reason for that is because the benefits are just so stinking awesome on this camera. Anyone who needs to do a shot where you're looking back at yourself and you're having that camera come back and get you in frame, well, this camera is just phenomenal for that, because I can flip the camera over and see in front of the lens coming back at you. You can have the camera up and looking, you know, in your direction. Another thing too is that I think, me personally, I know a lot of people would probably argue this one, but there is a face detection ability on this camera to where you're not having to worry about the technical side of getting that focus in, right? You know, if you got a listing, a project, a product, whatever, you just need to get out there and just try to tackle it yourself. Well, I think this camera is just phenomenal. It has great shallow depth of field, you know, that focus to where, like right now, the camera's in focus and I'm out of focus back here. It's got a great look to that. It has a pop-up viewfinder that is great, that you can look in there, and when you go up to it, it turns off the LCD, and then when you remove your eye, it comes back. A lot of manual settings. Regardless of what I'm saying here for this camera, or the Canon G15 or G16, or even the Canon Mark II, Mark III, the best camera that you can have is the camera that you have at that time, at that moment. You want to capture it. Think about it. For a videographer, our biggest competition right now really is live video, or just mobile phones in general. This simple phone right here has changed, for the professional, has changed, you know, the game big time. There are so many photographers I know personally out there that it's just hard to swallow that jagged pill, and the fact that, hey, your competition is Instagram. You know, my competition is a simple camera on a phone that captures to YouTube. If you know how to light, if you know how to frame, if you're creative, if you just try to go out there and capture what you need to capture to tell your vision, to tell your story, go for it, because you can get some really good shots. You can get some really good stuff. And also small enough to just take with you on the family trip and go out and get those shots of the kids, of the family, of your friends, and of your loved ones. So that's what I would do. Thanks. Make sure if you like it, please subscribe to the channel, or like the video, or leave a comment. Thanks.